We recently purchased a 2007 Chrysler Town & Country with 85,000 miles on it. And if you don't know, the Town & Country is the exact same vehicle as the Dodge Caravan. So all these repairs will work on both vehicles. You try to unlock it and that door will not open or lock. So I'm going to replace the actuator today. Well, this is the passenger sliding door in the back of the Town & Country. And the problem is with this door lock. I can manually lift it and it'll unlock and lock. But if I hit the door lock switch, nothing happens. You can see that this one up here works, but this one doesn't. And I don't even hear any noise when I'm operating it, which leads me to believe the actuator is bad. So I'm going to pop this door panel off. The actuator is actually located inside the door panel over here, so you have to pop this panel and remove the door to get to it. Also, the actuator is not very cheap. We bought ours for $40 from Advanced Auto. We used a 35% off coupon, I believe. They're normally between $50 and $60. So before you replace it, make sure that's what's wrong. But if we try it and we find it doesn't work, we can always return it. So I'm going to try to get this door panel off and replace the actuator. Okay, I started by removing this top piece. I just used this tool, worked my way in, and it will pop out. It's just held in with these little plastic push-ins. This will stay in place, and now I have to remove this bottom panel. And you just go around, and without breaking it, you got to pop off the metal or plastic push-in pins. One. There you go. And just work your way around. You kind of feel like you're going to break it, but hopefully you don't. And that's the inside panel. And you can see here are all the pins that I was breaking or popping loose. Okay, before I remove anything, I wanted to test the new part, and you have to push and pull this off. Here's the new actuator, and I'll clip that in there. And now I'm going to try unlocking the door. So I see that this does move, so the old one didn't, so it now works. So I'm happy with the fact that it's the actuator that's broken on this car. I now have to get this old actuator off of the door, and they say use a T15 screwdriver head, but I don't see where I can get it off. It's in a bracket. I think I have to go from the outside, so I'm going to try to figure that out first. Well, as you can see, I'm a lot deeper into the process than I'd like to be. I had to take off outside. I had to remove these 3 T-fitting screws, and I removed the whole assembly, and that's because of this little screw right here. They said you could remove it without having to do all this, but there's no access hole to get to it. There's one, but it doesn't align. So I need to remove this one little screw here, and then I can take this piece off. Finally, that was a lot more work than it needed to be. I wish I didn't have to take all this off, but it's off now. So, okay, I switched the green plastic piece here from the old one to the new one, and I'm ready to put this one in now. So now to put this back in place, that little tab fits over this little tab, and it slides straight down. I hope, there we go. And that hole should line up. There it is. And now I can attach this screw, which made for all the work in the beginning. Now hopefully I can put this all back into place without having anything fall off. Well, after being a little bit ambidextrous, I guess, you gotta hold this in place, and if you're doing this by yourself, you gotta reach out through this crack and fit that small bolt in place. Now that it's held in place, hopefully I can go out and attach these other two. Alright, with the housing back in place, you have to attach this metal rod back inside that opening in that green plastic piece right there, and then you push up and you lock it in place. So that is locked in place now. So we should be good. I'll connect the power and the harness, and let's test to see if the door unlocks. Align the holes and pop it in. With that in place, I could put this back in. And now, test the lock, see if it still works. Huh. It's moving. I don't know if it's... the travel isn't all the way. Uh-oh. Well, I found what the problem was this time. The latch wasn't going up and down. And inside, I'll show you on the old one, there's a pin that's supposed to fit inside of here. When I put it back together, the pin is sitting on the outside, so it's not being able to, this isn't traveling all the way, it's hitting the pin. So I have to take all of this back out and make sure when I put it in, I get that pin set inside this track. Well, just as I thought, this pin right there should be inside this track, and when I slid it back in place, it's not in there. So I have to take off that screw and make sure that's inside that track. That's why it wasn't traveling. It's hitting there. Alright, I have it out, and I'm going to put the pin in first in the track. Then I'm going to try to slide this back into place. I didn't check that the first time. Okay. Now it's back in. Now it's lined up. Now it travels. That's right. Okay. Okay, it's all reconnected for the second time. Now let's see how it works. Alright, that looks a lot better. I'm going to put the door panel back on. So, it turned out to be a lot more work than everything I saw online. There was another video, I think by A1 Auto or something, where they did this door, and they had to remove a screw, and they said, oh, you just pop one of that little screw off and the whole unit comes out. Well, on this side, I couldn't get to it, so I had to take that whole mechanism out by taking the 3 screws from the outside. So, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.